Hi, Dr. Mark again. Today I wanted to share with you some of the other oils we use very often, but not necessarily on a daily basis. So the first one is for people that suffer from sleep disturbances and maybe insomnia, if you're going to call it that. We have a great program called Serenity. Now they've recently reformulated this after a really awesome clinical study that was double-blind, placebo-controlled crossover study, and the results were amazing. Now I thought I slept really well until I started taking this product. Now I realize I sleep very well. So this is a soft gel. It's a capsule. We take 2 of these right before bedtime, and then I put a drop of the Serenity oil right behind my ear and then hop in bed. And what I've noticed, I sleep so deep that I don't even hear everybody getting up and going in the morning, and I get my full night's rest. We love Serenity. Now, outside of that, sometimes we feel like we're getting some seasonal threats going on. Sometimes it's the kids, sometimes it's my wife, sometimes it's myself. So we have a whole slew of oils that are amazing at fighting infections. Now recently, Johns Hopkins University just did a landmark study where they took over 100 of the top superbugs in the country and then did a clinical study with 100 different essential oils on each superbug. It opened up Pandora's box for understanding how amazing essential oils are at fighting infection. In fact, it blew their mind on how effective it was without any of the side effects that we get from these really strong antibacterial medication. So let's go through the list. First of all, we have Melaleuca. Now Melaleuca is tea tree oil, and that helps strip the biofilm that these bacteria and stuff cover themselves in to make them hidden from our immune system. It makes it harder for our antibiotics to get to them. So this strips that biofilm off real quick so that oregano can get to the bacteria. And in oregano, they have a product called carvacrol. And carvacrol will bind to that peptidoglycan, the shell on the outside layer of that bacteria. And what it does is it punctures a little hole in it, which allows ions to start passing, and then it causes it to lyse, which means rupture. So what we've accomplished is something very amazing. With just 2 drops of a simple plant-based essential oil, we have created a very powerful antibiotic. Now we use those oils on the bottom of our feet 2 or 3 times a day when we're feeling the threats. Outside of that, Onguard is another amazing oil. This one is so safe. You can put it on your baby's feet every single day, but yet it kills some of the most nastiest viruses and bacteria that traditionally we just can't attack. And so this is so powerful that they put it in our toothpaste, they put it in our laundry detergent, and also in our hand soap and for cleaning and so forth. So, and then there's another great oil called Arbor Vitae. Now Arbor Vitae comes from a tree, and this tree is very unique. It's the only tree in the world that no bugs or termites or insects will ever touch. The oil has such a repelling effect on pathogens that it's one of the most strongest anti-pathogens that we could use on our body. Now, Indians would carve the canoes out of these trees because they just don't rot. A tree could fall over in the woods and 1,000 years later it's still solid and petrified. Insects just don't touch it. Now doTERRA is the first company ever that was able to separate the poisonous oil from the healthy oil in that tree and separate them so that they can just give us the healthy oil and the benefits of that. So again, a drop on your feet when you're feeling the cold and flu symptoms, and this will knock it out real fast. And then outside of that, there's 2 more great oils that are the most powerful oils for parasites. A lot of times people have food that might have been contaminated and we get parasites. Cinnamon and grapefruit have the strongest properties for dealing with parasites. So again, we would do this maybe 5 days, morning and night, when we're feeling the seasonal threats, and typically it'll knock it out usually within the first day or 2. You can diffuse any of these in the room, especially the Onguard. That's a great one to diffuse for those seasonal threats. So I hope that helps. Make sure you have all of these in place in your home in case you have a seasonal threat, and then you can deal with it immediately. Thanks for watching.